Alright guys, so we are now here in Casco Viejo and also in the middle here called La Plaza de Independencia, Independence Square. The country has a population of around 4.2 million people. It's like the Miami of Latin America. Very well developed buildings inside the middle of the city, and a lot of those buildings are actually there for banks. A lot of the international banks come to Panama because Panama has a terrestrial tax system. So that means that any loans given or any transactions that the banks complete are all tax-free. If you guys do come to Panama, I would suggest you guys come around November through April. That's not the rainy season, but anything other than November through April, that's the rainy season. Hola. ¿Cuánto cuesta para uno?
$1.
$1, ok. Uno para mí.
Tenemos uva, maracuyá y fresa.
Oh, here the grapes.
Del más chiquito al más grande.
So, I just came here and it was so hot and humid. So I got this like dessert. So this is it's like shaved ice and it's grape. It's like that. And then he also put condensed milk on top. Very sweet. This actually reminds me of like minutas in El Salvador. And this costs $1. Not bad. Hola.
Buenas. Está hecho a mano. Es un tejido que se llama macramé.
Ah, okay.
Sí. Y esto todo es acero y piedras naturales.
Nosotros somos de los grupos más aborígenes o de más habitantes, como 300.000 a 400.000 habitantes. Estamos ubicados en 3 provincias, Chiriquí, Veraguas y Bocas del Toro.
Yo quiero conocer.
Ah,
sí.
Qué bueno.
¿Idiomas?
A todos.
¿Español? ¿O no?
La lengua para comunicarse en general es el español, pero cada pueblo indígena tiene su propio idioma. Pero entonces el idioma para comunicarnos es todo el español. Ajá.
We're gonna go inside the cathedral before it closes. Just check it out here. There's this big building in the middle, and also two plastered towers these were actually painted red, but now they were painted white. And on top there are bells, 2 bells, and all these relics were also brought in here from Seville, Spain. Alright guys, so we are here now in the Cathedral of Casco Viejo. So this cathedral was constructed in 1796, and this place was actually considered the tallest building here in Panama back then. As you can see, the main altar here is painted with blue and also green, and a lot of the relics here were actually brought here from Seville, Spain. The top is supported by these beams, these wood beams, and also platforms. See it right there? There's no entrance fee. It's right outside here of the Independence Square and also in Casco Viejo. So if you guys do get a chance to come to Panama, definitely come and visit this cathedral. So as you can see, Casco Viejo is very colonial, it's very colorful. And the building behind me here is called Central Hotel Panama. And this hotel was actually the first hotel here in Panama. You can see beautiful hotels and abstract architecture. You can see the street, all brick. And also that might be like a tram or something that passes through here. I don't know. So Jack, why did you come to Casco Viejo? The Spanish came and found Panama in the late 1500s. They actually built the old Panama City 5 miles north of this place. And that old Panama City is called Panama Viejo. A lot of the pirates came and sacked and burned that city down. People there fled and came 5 miles down here to build Casco Viejo. So this is the, I guess, the settlement and also a UNESCO World Heritage Site. If you guys can look over here, you guys can see Pacific Ocean over here. And then there's like a, you know, highway that goes around Casco Viejo. You can see all the waters coming onto the shore. So one thing that's very interesting, if you guys can hear me, I thought there were people screaming, but they're not people, they're birds. All the birds in this tree. I don't know what kinds of birds, but they're screaming and screeching everywhere. All right guys, so now we are at the France Square. So this France Square here, it's very well known. It's on the southern tip of Casco Viejo. It is painted like a fortress. All whites here. And there are also monuments down there, which we're gonna go and visit. But this France Square here was kind of like a monument and a place to honor, you know, France. So France back then, they brought in over 22,000 workers from Martinique, Guadeloupe, from France, to come to Panama to help build the Panama Canal. So this entire area here is dedicated to them, because actually most of the workers, majority of them, they died due to, you know, yellow fever and other diseases here. And this is a really nice view because you can see like the highway that goes around right there, that goes around Casco Viejo. Casco Viejo is actually on a peninsula, so there's water on all three sides, protecting it from raiders and also from pirates back then. So that's really cool. Overlooks the entire like Panama City over there. You can see all the buildings, the sun is setting, waves crashing onto the shore. Just very, very romantic atmosphere here. Wow, very relaxed and calm too. And then there's like this balcony place where you can take pictures. I actually took one too. Alright guys, now so we are in the Paseo Esteban, and you can see here lit with beautiful lights, very romantic. They have like these purple or pinkish flowers too. Look at that right there. There's local vendors here that are selling their souvenirs and handmade goods. So a lot of these vendors here are actually from, you know, the indigenous tribes here in Panama. So if you guys do come and visit Panama, make sure you guys walk through Paseo Esteban here, and you guys can, you know, support the locals and also enjoy the beautiful view of Panama City. So I'm kind of getting hungry right now, so I might go and try to find something to eat. Alright guys, so I'm just gonna keep walking, and I'm gonna tell you, until we get there, I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit more about the history here. So Panama Viejo was founded in 1519 by the European settlers, and it was the first settlement on the Pacific Ocean. When people came here, there were like around 100 inhabitants, but then all the way through 1670s, and population of this settlement rose up to around 10,000 people. And in around 1671, there were pirates, you know, all around this area. One, his name was Henry Morgan. He came and actually burned down and sacked the entire settlement of Panama Viejo. People saw that, you know, the pirates were coming, so they actually decided to move this Panama Viejo, these ruins here in this settlement, 5 miles down south of Panama City, and called that place Casco Viejo. I'm just gonna walk you guys through this place and just a lot of history. look at these buildings. I'm like standing, I'm like almost 6 feet, and these buildings are huge. Look at that. It goes all the way up there. Look at that. This place was called La Orden de la Inmaculada de Concepcion. In 1997, UNESCO named this place a World Heritage Site. In 1997, restoration has to be made. So as you guys can see, anything brick, all up there and down there, that was from the restoration process, as well as the wooden boards and beams that align the floor to protect, the structure and the building from tourists and people walking, etc., like that. And also, if you look above, there are windows, and that platform is to protect the rain as well, looking down and pouring down to the building structure here. All right, guys, so now we are at the main kind of garden or settlement center here. You can see a lot of these were once homes and also markets, place to sell their goods, receive their goods, buy groceries, etc. And then some of the home settlements there. This was kind of like a observation tower, used back then to keep an eye out for people or invaders coming from the Pacific, and also being able to alarm the entire settlement. So in here, you guys can see this observation deck, once had its own staircase right here. That goes all the way up. But, throughout the years, hundreds of years, it kind of eroded and broke down. So during the restoration process in the early 2000s, they made this. So this kind of board / staircase going up. So the restoration process was complete in 2006. In 2001, they actually spent a whole year researching about the specific problems that the structure was going through. Deterioration of the structure, the erosion, things that broke, things that didn't. And then from 2002 to 2006, 4 years, they continued to restore this place, and now it's open to the tourists in public. And it is a beautiful view. You guys can see the entire city here of Panama. Look at this. A lot of people, they say that Panama is the new Miami of Latin America. And just being here, I think this is actually bigger than Miami. Not just the skyline, but you also, if you look this way, you can see the Pacific Ocean over there. The waves are all the way up there, and the tide is like right there. And then there's a highway here. Yeah, but up here you can see everything, the entire ruin, the entire city, the jungle, the forest, if you can say. Also, you can hear the noise of motorcycles, taxis. Just a really kind of like a chaotic and busy city center.